Semmeringbahn, coming soon. Explore the world's first true mountain railway in Train Sim World 4. Semmeringbahn, Wiener Neustadt, Mürzzuschlag is coming April 18th. Players on Steam will be able to pre-order from 1800 BST on Thursday, April 11th with a 10% discount. The story so far. If you caught our February and March roadmaps, you'll have seen our steady progress on bringing this Austrian, scenic railway line to life in Train Sim World. In addition to some work-in-progress screenshots, we also highlighted the difference between the cab of the new OBB 1116 Taurus and that of other Taurus locomotives from previous German route and loco add-ons. New locomotive, OBB 1116 Taurus. The Taurus family of electric locomotives, also referred to as the ES64U2 and part of the wider Eurosprinter group, is seen across much of Central Europe and operated by a variety of railway companies. Hauling both passenger and freight trains, they can be seen throughout Germany, Austria, and Hungary as well as Poland and Italy. Though from the outside, this new locomotive looks almost identical to variants run by Deutsche Bahn and featured in previous, German Train Sim World add-ons, the OBB 1116 Taurus is in fact very different operationally, which is highlighted by distinctive differences in the spacious cab. The sleek exterior body is largely the same, aside from the branding of Austria's national operator OBB, and some of the unique features that rail fans admire in this type of locomotive are present, such as the musical traction converters that rise through the do-re-mi scale in a tone that resembles an alt saxophone. Included rolling stock OBB BMZ coaches, Habians, SGGMRSS and Shims wagons. The theme of not judging a book by its cover continues with the introduction of OBB's BMZ coaches. Once again, upon looking from the outside, these look similar to the intercity coaches hauled by DB trains in other Train Sim World routes, but inside they have a number of alterations that set them apart from their German relatives. These include a different sized underframe, different interior and seating plan and tail lights positioned in alternative places at the carriage ends. Also included in this release will be the Habians, SGGMRSS, and Shims wagons seen and consists throughout Europe for use on Semmeringbahn's freight services, which can sometimes be double-headed with the 1116. Also included, OBB 4024 Talent 1 EMU. Familiar to players of Train Sim World 4's Corsair Vorarlberg route and the Salzburg, Rosenheim route add-on, the OBB 4024 appears as an included train in Semmeringbahn for services running local trains mainly between Wiener Neustadt HBF and Payerbach-Reichenau. A further breakdown of services can be found further down. Those who might not be familiar with the 1116 might instead wish to run these services to get to grips with the route using traction they are comfortable with, whilst admiring the scenery along the way. The OBB 4024 Talent 1 EMU is included with Semmeringbahn, Wiener Neustadt, Mürzzuschlag. Players do not need to own S-Bahn Vorarlberg or Bahnstrecke Salzburg, Rosenheim to make use of this train. The route, Wiener Neustadt, Mürzzuschlag. Semmeringbahn, Wiener Neustadt, Mürzzuschlag is the first entirely Austrian route in Train Sim World, following the two cross-border routes we've released since the launch of Train Sim World 4. Located in the east of the country, roughly halfway between the city of Graz and the capital of Vienna, the Semmeringbahn route is considered the world's first mountain railway, with origins dating back to 1842 as part of the much longer Südbahn. The in-game route is a tale of two halves, with the 41 km long southern section formed of winding curves and steep gradients. From Mürzzuschlag, the line cuts through the area known as the Semmering Pass before passing the namesake town of Semmering through the peaks to Glügnitz. From there, the route straightens and becomes a high-speed 27 km to the endpoint at Wiener Neustadt HBF, the busiest station in Lower Austria. Along the line lie a series of tunnels, viaducts and bridges all surrounded by dense woodland and the backdrop of snow-capped mountains. The result is one of the most scenic routes we've brought to the game, seamlessly blending its nature with the technology of modern electric locomotives. Services, layers, and gameplay. The timetable for the OBB 1116 and coaches is formed of a combination of different style services. These include New Jersey, RJ, IC, EC, and D trains operating various stopping patterns across the length of the route. A double heading of rail pool vectrons stand in place of Taurus traction, awaiting the road at Mürzzuschlag, while a terminating regional service pulls into Platform 1, above. Once the path is clear, the Siemens siblings make haste for the mountain pass, below. The rail pool vectron can substitute into a number of double-headed freight duties, with many freight services themselves having rolling stock layering in from other routes. The OBB 4024 operates primarily on playable CJX9 services between Wiener Neustadt HBF and Payerbach Reichenau, with additional R91 services between Wiener Neustadt HBF to Mürzzuschlag, stopping at all stations. Further AI traffic can be seen at the stations at either end of the route, where depot moves will also take place. 3 playable rail tours can be operated using the following locomotives and IC coaches from Link Rhine-Strecke. 1 DBBR 103 plus IC coaches, Link Rhine-Strecke, AI equals February to April. 2 British Rail Class 47 plus IC coaches, Blackpool branches plus Link Rhine-Strecke, AI equals June to July. 3 Railpool Vectron plus IC coaches, Railpool BR 193 Vectron plus Link Rhine-Strecke, AI equals August, September. For something more exotic, many British locomotives were sold for export alongside modernization, and one such example was a Class 47, which made its way to Hungary. Preserved and in working order, this 47, in reality, 47 375, is known for its annual and multi-day long trips across the continent, and it too has seen workings on the mighty Semmering Pass. Take the Blackpool branches Class 47 for the thrash of a lifetime as you tackle the incline in old-school diesel fashion. All 3 rail tours are seasonal, and so do not appear as AI in the timetable for most of the in-game year. Players that own Bahnstrecke Salzburg, Rosenheim will also be able to operate 4 EC services that use the OBB 1116 electric locomotive and coaches on that route. These coaches will also be seen as static stock at Salzburg HBF. The OBB 1116 will also sub into freight services on S-Bahn Vorarlberg. Train Sim World 4, Semmeringbahn, Wiener Neustadt, Mürzzuschlag route add-on will be available from April 18 for Xbox One, Xbox Series XS, PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, Epic Games Store, and Steam for €35.99/£29.99/$39.99. You can join the Railfan TV team on Twitch and YouTube for a preview of the route at 1800 hours UTC/1900 hours BST on Thursday, April 11th.